He's an entertainment exec with a passion for the stage, and she is a singer-songwriter who was born to be on it. And together, they're bringing the afterlife to off-Broadway with a musical like no other.
That's right. Here to tell us about the new play, Hereafter, are co-creators Vinnie Favale and Frankie Keane. Welcome to the show, guys.
We're excited to be here.
I'm so excited about this topic.
I know, and the
really
play,
am.
I mean, it's about life, death, and everything that lies between. So tell us more what we can
we
expect.
Should write that down. I want to use that. First of all,
You're the next writer.
How gorgeous
got
are these
you.
people?
I got
My
you.
God.
Thank you.
Don't put the camera on us. Just keep it on there.
Oh,
If you don't mind.
I mean,
Possibly.
You guys can stay.
Go on.
Welcome
Go
to stay
on.
as long as you want.
Seriously, I have a man crush on him and her. I can't even talk about that.
Stop it.
We're very excited to be here,
Yes,
and
thank
we're
you.
very proud of Hereafter musical, which explores is there life after death, not just for the spirits, but for the living? You know, when you lose someone, you go on these journeys. We were talking about Lilydale,
Yes.
right? Some people have religion, right? Which is a wonderful thing. I have it. Sometimes I have it more than others. But sadly, sometimes you look for alternate methods to find out what happens.
For closure.
For closure,
Yeah.
exactly. And have you ever been to a psychic before?
I have. I've been to psychics and mediums and study and read books and all types of things.
Yeah, she sounds
Now-
like Debbie in our show.
Yeah.
May I ask you, did you guys, after writing this play, after having that experience, did you guys come to a conclusion about whether you believe in the hereafter?
That's a really good question.
I've always had the conclusion because I'm Christian, so I don't even doubt it. But studying the books, I mean, I did do a lot of research with writing, and I have been to mediums and so on and so forth. So it's never been a doubt in my mind. But I think maybe different ideas as far as, you know, peppered in versus my previous belief system. So yeah, I definitely believe, and I think there are mediums out there that are gifted that do have the gift of communicating between the planes. So yeah, absolutely.
And that's what the
I
actors
have
are
my doubts. I doubt.
He's like, I have my
Great.
doubts. Tell us more.
I don't know what she's talking about. But and I guess if I didn't have my doubts, I don't know that I could have contributed to Hereafter musical. I feel like I want it to be as powerful as it is in the show. And until the real thing comes along, I'm happy with the one that's every Saturday at 4:30 at the Snapple Theater. But I have my moments. I've yet to have a successful reading. I haven't been to many psychics before.
They're telling you things about yourself you already know.
Yeah, I mean, now
What I got you for Christmas?
well, she got me a psychic once who said, your mom is here. I'm like, well, I can get her on the phone. She's in Brooklyn, you know? And he was insisting that, well, sometimes they astroplane. I'm like, if she's astroplaning, it's crazy.
Oh, my.
But I want to believe, but I haven't had that moment yet.
Well, that's a little bit about your play. It's about
Exactly.
your characters trying to find that. Tell us more about what happens in the actual production.
It takes place one December afternoon. 3 women who don't know each other find themselves at a group reading. They each thought it was going to be a private reading, but it turns out it's a group reading with a psychic who may or may not be the real deal. They don't know that the psychic himself has been trying to communicate with someone for 50 years. One by one, the spirits materialize, seen only by the audience. And they debate whether they should make contact or not, because they discover the minute they make contact, the good news is their loved ones will feel better. The bad news is they disappear from here. And where do they go? The hereafter, or we hope.
Yeah.
Now, where did this idea come from, guys? How did you?
People we love dying.
Yeah.
I mean, sadly, it came from the need. It came from, well, actually, the thing that triggered it was the death of a stranger, DJ Wheeler, who died 11 years ago. And you've probably seen it, the roadside memorial. You know, a car accident, you see the lone wreath. His is still up there. I drove by it every week for a year, and it was haunting me, literally. So I wrote a song called 19, which is still in the show, It survived. A lot of songs sometimes don't make the cut over time. And I struggled with this idea. I had it for a while, and then I met Frankie in 2008. And she really responded to the material. I thought I was hiring an actress, singer, to just help me with some of the demos.
But only from New Jersey.
Oh, yeah. Only from New Jersey, yeah. I had to make it convenient for my commute. But it's the strangest thing. She responded to the material. Her ideas were so powerful. Her voice is so great. And that when it came time to actually writing the story, it became clear to me that we had to do it together.
But have either one of you ever had experience with writing a musical before?
Never.
I
don't recommend it.
I was like, how did you come up and
We're
make
trying
it
to
so
get out of this.
successful and you've never done it before?
We've never.
It's almost like spirit writing a show.
Yeah,
it truly
it's
is.
like the
I mean,
psychic.
it was
Our
like,
psychic gets images and he writes stuff down. I don't know where it comes from, where the lines come from, or the music, the
I mean, there
muse.
was blood on the walls.
It is. We
But-
fought over
Literally.
There's one song called the Toe Tag Tango in the show that we wrote together, where we fought a lot over that song. But
It's all
it's
on
better
video.
for it. It's all on video.
Absolutely.
Well, you guys' energy seems so exciting, but the topic that you're covering this play seems so sad. What is the feel of the actual musical?
Here's the great thing about the show, and it confounds myself. People go through a journey. They end up leaving the theater so happy and hopeful, but they're crying hysterically. They're tears of joy because they've invested everything that they have in those three women on the couch who are meeting with the psychic, hoping that they get everything that they came for. And without giving it all away, everyone leaves hopeful. And we have to give tissues out at the end,
so it's
at
really
the
a
end of
roller
the show.
coaster of emotion.
It is.
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially if you've lost someone and you haven't been able to have that closure. You know, maybe you're still struggling with it. Maybe you've stopped doing things in your life because you're depressed. And
You get stuck.
yeah, you get stuck. And I have to say, I mean, it's just been such a blessing because people will come up after the show and go, you have no idea what this did. And some people, you know, you find out how it impacted their life. We have a friend, well, I have a friend of mine whose uncle had lost his mom and he had kind of become agoraphobic, like he wasn't leaving the house, he was very depressed. She drug him out and brought him to the show and she goes, you have no idea. He went out, he bought a very expensive guitar and he's playing gigs. He has a whole new lease on life because of the show.
We get a lot of stories like that.
It validates every minute. The 6 years that we've worked on this, it validates everything. And everybody that walks out, it touches them each uniquely. So it's pretty amazing.
That's wonderful. So where can we see this? Because I have got to have this experience.
Every Saturday,
ma'am.
4:30. It's an open-ended run at the Snapple Theater on 50th Street and Broadway. We're on Broadway. Technically, we are.
Yes,
on Broadway.
On Broadway. Okay. So make sure you go check out Hereafter on Broadway. Get that right. Every Saturday. Thank you guys so much for joining
you
us.
so much.
Thank
All right.
you.
And we'll be right back with more Rise Entertainment 360.